Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review. So yes, you the fans can make a decision of what comic books to buy, and today guys, we're going to talk about a really good comic book this week. And this one is a Batman issue number 43. That's right, fans. Here we get to see the all-new Mr. Bloom on the cover, and this is kind of funny because I actually had one of my teachers in my junior year of high school. His name was Mr. Bloom, and he was actually my tennis coach in there too. So when I see Mr. Bloom, I'm like, this is Mr. Bloom. So funny stuff, but just a side note. This is a really good comic book this week. This book is obviously written by Scott Snyder, and the artwork is done by Greg Capullo, and the artwork in this book is really well done. You know, a lot of dialogue this issue, but this book has a great story in it this time around. This is one of probably the best Batman stories I've read in a while. Really enjoyed it. We get to see some cool flashbacks in here with Alfred talking about Bruce Wayne and what's going on with his story after the battle with the Joker. We get to see, again, a lot of good action scenes here with Commissioner Gordon, Batman now. He's actually smoking a little cigarette there while he's, you know, talking with the bad guys, and we get to see some cool paneling. And again, that artwork is just top notch by, you know, our buddy Greg Capullo here, and just this Batman book would never be the same again if he actually left the series. And here's another cool page here where we get to see the Penguin meeting up with Mr. Bloom and trying to make deals on getting his seeds. This is a really good book. If you guys haven't read it yet, please read it first before you see this review, because there will be some spoilers. I obviously can't give away everything in this issue because there's a lot to read. You really have to fully read this book to appreciate the story that it presents to its reader, because it's very heavily involved of what happened with Bruce Wayne after his battle with the Joker and what he's dealing with. Okay, so now we're going to go through the actual story. Okay, first off, we get to see Commissioner Gordon and James Gordon, which is new Batman, obviously, talking with Bruce Wayne. And of all the readers here, you know, we're probably wondering, well, what's happened with Bruce Wayne? Why is he not, you know, being Batman? Or does he not remember? Does he have amnesia? And what's going on? And we get to see good interactions here with James Gordon and Bruce, and he's explaining to James, sitting there going, I'm not that person anymore. You know, I'm helping the kids. I'm helping the city. I'm giving back to the city, but in the way I want to give it. And we wind up finding out that Bruce is dating Julie Madison, I think her name is, and she's the one that helped his recovery or whatnot. And so in the issue, we wind up seeing Clark make an appearance with Alfred, and because Clark is concerned for his friend in the issue. And from there on out, we get a nice backstory here of what happens with Bruce and his actual battle after the Joker, and how he physically did die, and his heartbeat actually has stopped. And then what happens is that when they were about to bury him, he came back to life. So based off of the Dynesium is what brought him back to life, and we get to see that his brain was resurrected in here. But it was resurrected as a new brain, had no recollection of him being Batman. And so what happened is, as Alfred continues to explain everything that has happened to Clark, he's explaining to Clark about he explains to Clark what he told Bruce about everything, about how his parents got killed, how his history is with, you know, who Bruce Wayne is and where he came from and things like that. And after learning all this history, Bruce just told Alfred to stop. He doesn't want to know anymore, and he feels like he needs to be just the person who he is just helping the city and giving back to the city, because that's the way his parents wanted. Everything that has happened to his parents, he doesn't feel like that anymore. He doesn't feel like he needs revenge You know, he feels he doesn't need to defend the city as Batman because he doesn't know that he was Batman, but that's what feels right to him. And so Clark obviously kind of argues with Alfred, saying, you need to tell him that he's Batman. But obviously Alfred's like, I can't. Even if I did, he doesn't have any training. He's lost all his ability to be Batman. So you can tell him all you want, but he's going to eventually kill himself. We also get to learn that Bruce was creating this secret weapon or whatever it was to create generations of Batman, creating like DNAs of himself to clone himself so generations of Batman could keep going forward. But physically, Batman has technically died, and Gotham has given back the Bruce Wayne that Bruce should have always been. Just a caring guy that is giving back to the city, and that's what happens with Bruce in this issue. A very touching story. In the other part of the book, you get to see James, Batman, Mech, or whatever you want to call him, going against Bloom's other characters or cronies or whatever you want to call them. And we see him dealing with that situation, which to me that seemed very secondary. And we wind up seeing Cobblepot meeting with Mr. Bloom at the end of this issue. And obviously Mr. Cobblepot, Penguin, kind of takes Mr. Bloom for granted, and let's just say that bad things happen to Cobblepot and his gang, and Mr. Bloom looks like this freak-like creature here, and I'm just like, whoa, who is this guy? Like, he's got all these powers. I thought he was like just this costume guy with this mask, and he makes these seeds and stuff like that. No, he's something much more than that. So I was just like, wow, what a twist there too. And Penguin is suffering pretty bad at this issue. So what did I think about this book? A lot of story here. Like I said earlier, gotta really read it to appreciate it, but it was a great story because it was great character development to see what has happened to Bruce after he died. And it was just kind of a great moments there between Alfred and Clark about how he explains Bruce's, you know, history and all that stuff on how he tried to get him to become, you know, the person who he was or closest to who he was, and he just said, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. And you know, he's just Bruce Wayne now, and that's the way he always was supposed to be. So he gets a second chance at life at being Bruce Wayne, not Batman 2. So great stuff here, great story, very emotional. I really loved it. I can't wait to see who Mr. Bloom actually is. If you guys have any thoughts on who this guy could be, leave it in the comments below. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. What'd you think about this book in general? I give this one a 5 out of 5, guys. This is a great story. Best Batman book I read in a while. This is really, really good. Good storytelling here. And it didn't even have to do with Mr. Batman. This was, again, about Bruce Wayne, and that's what made it so good. So if they constantly can incorporate Bruce Wayne still in the Batman book, the Batman book is going to be just as good. So if you've dropped off of Batman, this is one that you want to read. I tell you this right now because I know a lot of people have dropped the book since James Gordon became the Batman. So again, guys, leave me those comments below. As always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. Again, 5 out of 5 from me. And fans, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next comic book review. Take care, fans.